I think that we need to liberate Canadians. I think it's the right move.
I'm 82 years old and I would take a gun and I would go and fight.
My husband and I have talked about it, and we would be homeless.
Mark Carney just met with Donald Trump, and we're going to go ask Canadians what they think about Canada becoming the 51st state of America. Make sure to hit subscribe and join us on the journey. Let's go. Carney and Trump are meeting in the White House.
Right.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state?
I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Canada is fit to become the 51st state. I don't think it's like, we're our own nation, so like I don't think it's kind of something that, really makes sense, so I think we should be Canada as a country. So.
Well, to be honest, I believe it's a really good idea to have Canada part of the U.S. It will be not just one economy. I believe it's going to improve our economy as Canadians, since the U.S. economy is really good.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state?
That'd be good.
You think Canada should be the 51st state of America?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I don't know.
I don't want it to be the same as the United States because, I don't want no guns allowed. My uncle already got shot. I don't want any of that.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state?
You guys answer.
I'm from America. I don't think it's a great idea. So, no.
Everything might be a little bit cheaper, so whatever.
So you're cool with that?
And I'm from Winnipeg, and it wouldn't really affect me that much. I don't think it would really affect me that much, so everything. I could just go to the States and get American food. That's the way I see it.
How about you guys?
If the currency conversion stay the same, I'll with it.
How about you?
Genuinely, I would just say that if we can get our dollars back equally matching, like when I was a kid, I'd have many complaints as to why Canada would be the 51st state. I definitely don't want that because we have our own culture and stuff. And we honestly have our own vibe here. If we mix American and Canadian together, I definitely think that it will create a war of some sort.
Hey,
Definitely.
I can see that.
At the
Yeah.
same time, I think
Canadians are so against it, so it's we us as a whole, we're definitely against it. There's very a 2% that wants to join, so it's I definitely think that we shouldn't do it and we should just be neighbors.
I also think it'd be a good idea, but I also think it'd be a bad idea because American and Canada people, I don't think they're mixed because how Canada people they so polite. American people we ain't as polite as them, so I don't think so.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
Well, that's never going to happen, at least not under my watch. No, it's a completely unacceptable way of conducting oneself, and he does things on his own terms, and it's just not acceptable to us and to most Canadians.
Your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state? For it, against it?
Against it. I could not afford to go through the medical health system like I have. My husband and I have talked about it, and we would be homeless.
I think that it won't happen because I think it's all a matter of theatrics. Trump is saying it because, and this is just an opinion, it's not factual, but maybe in recent times the U.S. has not had the full attention of every global leader in the world with everything happening in the Middle East and in Ukraine. So I think it's a tactic to get the attention back to the U.S., kind of as an attention grab, but no substance.
And what's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
I'll give my life to fight against it. I don't believe in countries and having an identity based on the fact that the land is just determining where I come from and that's who I am. I believe every individual, every man, if you want, is their own person, and that they're sovereign and that they're able to be their own individual.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
That's also a hard question, but if that's the way we would be able to have money, that's okay.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America? Do you think that should be a thing or no?
Hate it. Absolutely hate it. I don't think that should be a thing at all. I think we got to protect our rights, protect our freedom. I know they would hate it just as much as we hate it. So
just the border. There's no it's not too far from the States, so it's just the border. We just cut it off. I believe it's a really good idea, to be honest. Yeah.
Wow. And what are your thoughts?
You have a point, but no, I don't think that's a good idea because Canada is its own country. Yeah, it's not. No, I think it should be alone.
She's pro-Canadian, I'm pro-US, so yeah.
No, I like the U.S., but it's not fair. It's not fair. Like it's a whole country. Like, who are you to say like you want to join it to the U.S.? No, it's not a good idea.
What do you guys think about Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Really?
Yeah.
How about you?
Legal guns.
I would rather not.
Yeah, I'd say no to that.
Yeah. That's what I would.
Why?
I
There's a
think
plethora of reasons.
Yeah, I
there.
think there's a lot going on there, but I think I appreciate being our own separate
country,
thing.
yeah.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
No.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Look what it did to Alaska.
What do you guys think about Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
Very bad. I don't think it's a good idea. No.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Oh, because we have a lot of history and culture in Canada.
And what's your thought on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
No, please.
I hate that. I'm sorry to swearing, but I don't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? I want the states to be where they are and us to stay where we are. You know, like that's how it is. I want Canada to be a better place.
And what's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America? What do you think?
No. I don't think it's anything real. I think it's bogus.
You think it's bogus?
Yeah.
How about you, bro?
Let's hope so.
Let's hope it's bogus. Yeah. What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
I think that we need to liberate Canadians. I think it's the right move. Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
You know, we'll come to save you guys. I promise. We're here for you. I'm just
Wow.
kidding. What are my thoughts? I think it's really funny.
I will be happy.
You'll be happy?
Yeah, certainly.
So you want Canada to be the 51st state?
Of course I want. The independence to this country, it's nothing. That's my opinion.
What are your thoughts on Canada becoming a 51st state?
I don't think that will happen
Why not?
because we're Canada and we're our own country.
Maybe for the economy it's good, but in sense of like merging, I don't think it's good because they're a different country from us. So like, you know, they have like different laws and stuff. For example, gun laws. That's something that I'm scared of. So I don't think it's a good idea.
How about you? What are your thoughts?
I would also not think it will happen because we are a very different nation, and I think we should stay separate.
What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
Not gonna lie, I'm for it because like I heard it's less taxes, everything. Like I'm not that much in politics, but game is game.
Oh, well, I guess three things. First of all, not interested. Second of all, I think almost no Canadians are interested, and I think most Americans aren't interested. And the third thing is the process for that is something I'm very familiar with, and it's like a multi-year process. So I think President Trump has no idea what is involved in annexation.
I think a lot of Canadians have, I'm American, I think a lot of Canadians have a bigger problem with it than Americans. A lot of Americans see it as trolling, they see it as funny, depending on how much they like Donald Trump, right? That splits party lines. So if you're more conservative, you're gonna be like, haha, kind of silly. If you're Canadian, probably not happy about it. And so I think a lot of the more conservatives aren't very happy about it here.
Yeah.
But from an American perspective, a lot of it's seen as kind of joking, playful, whatever. I don't think it's being received the same way in Canada. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's definitely not. What are your thoughts on Canada being the 51st state?
Never. I'm 82 years old and I would take a gun and I would go and fight.
Wow.
I am Canadian.
I want to remain Canadian.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
Canada becoming the 51st state?
Yeah.
I don't think it's really good, I think Canada should be an independent country.
I don't agree with that at all. Like, I think we should remain the country we are now, and that's it.
Oh my God. I honestly, well, I live in the United States. She lives here. But I've talked to my cousin yesterday, and I think it would be a good thing. No. I mean, I know Canadians are not okay with that, but I mean, I'm not against it because I live in the U.S. That would be like a free ticket to come and go.
Good.
Not good?
Not good for the state of Canada. Is only for Canada.
Amazing. That's it.
Yeah, not for the America or US. No, Canada is a strong country.
What are your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state of America?
Yeah. So okay, I'm not too politically knowledgeable, but I am an American citizen and a Canadian citizen, and I've lived here in Canada for a long time, but I've also lived in the States, and I think the cultures are different, but also very similar in terms of moralities and whatnot. But all I have to say is that out of respect towards the differences that we have, but embracing those differences, you can't combine the two countries. We're a separate identity, and we've always been that way, and we've always treated each other very fairly. And so I really don't think it's a good idea, just because it seems too forceful. Canadians don't want it, Americans don't want it either. So let's just keep our friendship as it is, you know.
Carney and Trump are meeting to talk about, many things, one of them being Canada being the 51st state. What's your thoughts on Canada becoming the 51st state?
I mean, we're in a big enough problem right now as it is, trying to keep our own country together with Alberta and Quebec wanting to separate. I don't think we need to be trying to conglomerate in with a country that's even a bigger dumpster fire with a tyrannical leader. We're in the same position, just even worse off. We went from Trudeau to Carney, and Carney's the guy that let Trudeau run this deficit that we're in, that leads to where we're at. So there's no real right answer to any of this. Just sit back, hope and pray, and hope we all survive this and don't end up living in a shelter.
It's a no-go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're our own country. We don't need to be part of another country.
Honestly, it's such a funny statement. But, I feel like Canada can sustain on its own, but, you never know how, geopolitical stuff goes and stuff like that.
And what's your opinions on Canada becoming the 51st state?
Absolutely not.
No?
That's crazy.
Has anyone ever said yes to that?
I mean, you'd be surprised.
So that's what Canadians think about becoming the 51st state of America. What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit subscribe to join us as we move the culture forward. We'll see you guys